An hour's drive south from the country's capital, Washington, D.C., is the small town of Clinton, Maryland. Trans World Sport made the trip here recently to meet a genuine heavyweight contender. A man intent on making his mark in the division. A man by the name of Seth "Mayhem" Mitchell.
If you look at the history of the sport, there's always been 5 or 6, 7 top American heavyweights, whereas now it's not like that anymore. So I think that America is starving for that next American heavyweight. You know, hopefully I can be that heavyweight. They say that I'm the American hope. You know, you never heard that come out of my mouth, but you know, I just try to do the best that I can do, and hopefully I can be that one day.
Over the last few years, Seth has been winning fans across America with his exciting style of fighting. Signed to Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy stable, Mitchell's record currently stands at 25 wins and 1 draw, 19 of those victories by way of knockout. Sharif Salim, who was part of Hasim Rahman's team when the Americans stunned Lennox Lewis to win the world title in 2001, is Seth's manager.
He absolutely has world-class potential. I knew from the very beginning, if he was the type of dedicated student that I understand that he was, that he would learn. I mean, athleticism was greatly within him. He had the ability to, you know, pay attention to detail. He studied the tapes that I gave him. He, you know, watched other fighters. I mean, he was intent on becoming not just a contender, but a world champion. I think his chances are very high. Nothing's 100%, but with the body of work that he's already put in, coupled with the people who are around him, okay, I think that he has an incredible opportunity to not only win the belt, but to reign for some time.
If Seth continues to progress, then the hope is that he'll be ready for a shot at a world title within the next 18 months.
I think there's a lot of good fights that can be made in the heavyweight division, but I mean, you have to dethrone the Klitschko. You know, it is what it is. The Klitschkos, they sit at the top of the food chain, and then it's just everybody else. So, you know, I think that there's a lot of exciting fights that can be made, but you have to, you know, go through the Klitschkos first.
What makes 30-year-old Seth's story remarkable is that he only took up boxing 6 years ago. Before that, American football was his passion, and he dreamt of a career in the NFL. A hard-hitting linebacker like his hero Ray Lewis, Seth was a standout high school player. After receiving over a dozen NCAA Division I football scholarship offers, he chose to attend Michigan State University. Seth played for the Spartans for 4 years while studying for a degree in criminal justice. He was on track for a career in the NFL until a knee injury in 2005 ended his dreams.
I never really got injured. It was just a chronic knee pain in my left knee that I could never shake. Once I decided to walk away, I was at peace with my decision. I didn't, you know, moan or gripe. I didn't, you know, say, oh man, I wish I should have gave it another try, because I was ready to walk away about 15 months before I did. But I wasn't at peace with myself, and once I became at peace with myself, it was an easy decision for me, and I was, you know, I was at peace. I was ready to start my typical, you know, 9 to 5, circulating my resume.
On leaving college, boxing wasn't in Seth's plans until he watched an episode of US boxing TV show The Contender, featuring another ex-college football player, Tom Sibikowski. Confident that he could be successful in the ring, Seth moved back to Maryland and started making plans to fight. However, he first had to convince his wife, Danielle, that it was in the ring where his future lay.
For me, I guess I felt like, why not, you know, table tennis? If you could pick up anything, how about, you know, golf or something more? You're just gonna try something out. But because it does seem extremely dangerous. I feel for those women, I mean, that have done this 50 some odd fights, like a Pacquiao or something like that, where it's like you've seen your husband go in there like dozens of times. It's crazy to not end up having a heart attack or something, because you do worry so much. But you know, I guess I feel like I know he's putting forth the preparation, and so that gives me a little bit less anxiety, but it's still a horrible feeling until they say it's over and he gets the win and it's all good. But until then, it's just a hot mess. I'm a hot mess.
Anything I need, you know, she's always there for me. She's definitely my backbone, best friend. I can tell her anything. You know, love when we have our little pillow talk or whatever. But, you know, I know sometimes I get on her nerves, and I'm very, very irritable during certain times of training camp, but she lets me be me, you know, and she has a backbone. You know, sometimes when I get out of line, she'll say, all right, you need to straighten up, you know what I mean? So, and I like that in a woman.
Seth and Danielle have 2 children, Ariel and Austin. After a traumatic childhood growing up in Virginia, Seth's wife and children, along with his mother, Jeanette, are his biggest inspirations.
She's an amazing woman. I went through a lot growing up in Virginia Beach, not a lot of nice times, you know, lights being cut off, living in roach-infested houses. You know, 1 month the water was on, 1 month, you know, the lights was off. I can, you know, vividly remember, you know, eating sardines for dinner. You know, those people laugh and joke about it. Those syrup sandwiches, mayonnaise sandwiches. You know, that was my life. My mom was in, you know, abusive relationship, so I remember seeing my mom getting, you know, beat like a man. You know, those are memories that, you know, sometimes I still think about, you know, today, and maybe that's why I have the drive and the passion, you know, that I have today. Well, it really doesn't matter to me right now anyway, because I'm not going to be getting up. It is, I hope so.
One of Seth's biggest goals is to earn enough money to put his children through college and to allow his mum to retire from work.
He was the first one in our family that went to college, that finished, and got his degree. So that was an A+. You know, and like I said, he always loved football, but you know, when he told me he was going to box, you know, he said, Mom, I'm not playing, I can't do it. I'm not going to play football. I said, well, Seth, you do what you had to do. You know, I never told him, boy, you can't do that, that's too hard. No, baby, I don't want you to do it. But I always told Seth, if you believe you can, you can. And since he believed, I believe, and we believe in together, we're going to accomplish this thing.
Undefeated in 26 fights, having recently knocked out Chaz Witherspoon in 3 rounds, Seth is well on the road to realizing his dreams. However, in the precarious world of heavyweight boxing, nothing is guaranteed. After just 4 years as a professional fighter, Seth is well aware that progression and improvement in every fight are crucial to his chances of long-term success.
If you take an L on your way up, that can set you back 4 or 5 fights. That's a year and a half, a year. That's why I train like I haven't won a fight. You know, sometimes I'll be running and I might start crying. I want this so bad, so bad. You know, I think about it sometimes, I dream about it, and you know, I daydream about it. My wife, she thinks I'm crazy sometimes because we can be having a conversation and I just zone off. And she'll be like, what are you thinking about? And I'm just thinking about what's about to happen in my life. It's not tangible, but it's tangible, if you understand what I mean. I can really taste it and feel it and see it. And so it's a good feeling that I get deep inside my soul, man. I know it's coming. I just gotta continue to work hard, and it's not that far away.
Determined to restore some American boxing pride, 6'2" Seth Mitchell could well be the man to bring the heavyweight title back to the United States.
Right now, the heavyweight division is ruled by the brothers, ruled by the Klitschko's, and I respect them. They're good fighters. A lot of people complain about them not being exciting, and that may be the case, but beat them. You know, they're 6'6" and they're 6'7", and they use their God-given attributes to the T. They stay tall, they're big, they're strong, they're powerful. So, you know, my hat goes off to them. But I believe that, you know, my style, I'm aggressive, I'm a thinker. You know, I want to become heavyweight champion of the world. I want to, you know, go down in the history books to, you know, say, you know, Seth Mitchell, he won the heavyweight champion of the world. Wow.